Good morning, guys. It is February 26th, 2017, and I am here to give you the weekly reading. I want to say that today is a day for new beginnings due to the solar eclipse with the new moon. Anything can happen, but we all need to be careful, because we are in the shadow of Venus right now, going into retrograde. And what that means is that we need to be careful of our relationships. There could be some problems. We need to be careful of disputes with friends, family, and same thing with loved ones, because Venus rules love and war, but she also rules money. So you need to watch what you spend. And with Jupiter still in retrograde, it's kind of like a double whammy, because he is the one that is really big with big addiction is food and gambling. And with him in retrograde too, you're not really sure if you're spending too much or gambling too much or just blowing your money, let's just say. Well, anyways, the first card I pulled was the Death card. And the Death card means transformation for all of us. Even though it can be painful, some things must stop. But the results would be so much better, a better life to come. It's very positive. Even though it's scary, it's positive. The second card that I pulled was the 8 of Dragonflies. And it was reversed. So it is warning us to look before we jump, to weigh out the pros and cons before we make that step. So this is really saying that we need to weigh out the situations before we start going off on people, buying that special thing. I've always had this motto with shopping. If I see something and it's expensive, I come back in a few months to see if it's on sale. And if it is, then I will buy it if it's still a good price. So just kind of weigh it out. Do you really need it? Yes or no? Is it really worth it? Yes or no? And this is not only just buying purchases. This is relationships, like friendships, love relationships, parent relationships, anything like that. It also talks with like voicing. You have to be very careful of what you say, because if you don't think before you speak, you may end up with the foot and mouth syndrome, which I experience quite often. And it's really hard to explain to people that sometimes you're just not paying attention what's coming out of your mouth. Okay? The last card we have the 2 reversed of Dragonflies. And it's saying that you may end up being if you're in a bad relationship and there is nothing that you can do, you have talked all you could talk, and this is not just with a life partner, this is with your parents, your friends, whatever the case, some form of relationship. It's going to separate. Now, mind you, this doesn't have to be a physical thing. This could be social and business. You notice because the card is in reverse, this one is going towards the water, which means deep emotions. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, yeah. And with the green, let's see. The green on there in reverse, you would also have like envy and jealousy and guilt. What made you have these feelings to separate from a spouse or a family member or even a best friend? Maybe you were guilty of hurting them. Whatever it is, make sure that it doesn't control you and find some other way to make amends or go about your life. So if you've made a boo-boo and upset the person that you have said some rude things to or talked behind their back, or you just are so envious of their success because they have woken up and started shining that you just wanted them to suffer instead of feeling the reaps of success, you may need to make amends with them. But if you really don't want to, then just go about your life. Just turn your back and walk away. Because there is no reason for enviness if you are a friend. Because that successful friend, if it is truly a real friend, will keep you in contact and share the wealth. Because I can tell you, I am a new Arthur. I have created my own tarot deck. And if one of these projects just up and bloom, which I know one will, and I become a success on this, I would be helping out people that really need it, because I have been in that situation where I need help. So, guys, this is a time this week to really meditate on your new transformation, the new beginnings that are coming in for this week and for your life due to the solar eclipse, and weigh out your pros and cons. Get rid of the things and people that you do not need in your life. Because all envy is just another form of jealousy. And jealousy is just another form of anger. And we don't need people doing that if they're just your friend or your lover or your parent, or it's not right. So have a time to sit down with them and talk with them and tell them your reasoning. And like I said, it could be very painful, but it is also for the better for both parties to do what feels right for them. Today is a very exciting day. I am going to Lady M's and we will be doing our book signing. I am super excited, and please, if I don't look like it, I totally apologize. I'm overcoming an ear infection that was just horrible Friday. So, anyways, I am doing a book reading and a book signing. If you were in the Houston or Huntsville area, please come to Huntsville. It's at Lady M's Cauldron. Let me get the card. And it may look backwards to you right here, but I'll go ahead and read it. It's at 21 Stallings Lane, Huntsville, Texas 77320. And you could see her telephone number If you get lost or need any kind of direction, whether it's to get to her shop or spiritual, she'll be glad to help you out. Lady M is an awesome lady. But anyways, try to have a great week. Don't let things bring you down too much. And be sure to talk things over before you decide to jump and do something. Alright guys, lots of love. Bye.